weeks, I rode my rollerblades to church. And me and my friends, after the service, got to talking, and we decided that I was going to ride my rollerblades home while hanging onto the back of the car. And it was a great idea at first until we reached 40 miles an hour, and I looked down at my rollerblades and I saw sparks. And then when I looked right back up, I saw these blue lights. But the best is yet to come.
A few days ago, I was at home, and there was a storm coming through town. It was a big storm. So, and the wind was whistling, and the house was making all kinds of noises. So, I grabbed my camera and went outside to take some pictures. I got some pretty good pictures, but I started to get really nervous. The weather got worse and worse. So, I headed back home, and I mean quick. As soon as I got to my front steps, I turned around and I saw it. It was right there. But the best is yet to come.
There was 2 minutes left in Super Bowl 41. The unbeaten Patriots were ahead of the New York Giants, 14-10. Eli Manning had been the underdog all season long, and here they were in the very final game of the season. Eli Manning, as precious as he was, got set under center. As he got set, he noticed that the play went right, so he called an audible. So he got set again. He gazed across and he saw these humongous things looking right back at him, doing that and everything. And he wondered how God created such humongous creatures. He knew he had a job to do. So he snapped the ball and he goes back, and for some reason the whole line lost their blocks, so he's over here dodging everybody. He blocks one guy, jumps over another one, and he sees a receiver down the field. Just before he gets hit, he throws it. The receiver's wide open and he makes a miraculous catch. It's a first down in New England territory, but the best is yet to come.
The day I'd been waiting for so long had finally come. As I stood there holding my wife hand in hand, my wife to be it, holding her hand in hand, I couldn't help but to think of all the long walks we had down the beach, the hours and hours of conversation we had talking about our future together. It was then I realized that I loved her more now than anything before. And I loved her so much because we had saved ourselves for period. And we saved ourselves for each other. And I looked in her eyes and I just thought about all the years ahead. And I understood the best was yet to come. Amen.
My whole family went in the hospital and met my grandmother. One by one we went in and we saw her. She was fighting cancer all over her body. The doctor came in and said, we did all we could do. For your grandmother, he looked at me, for your grandmother, the best is yet to come.
Just another day, I was taking a walk. It's just outside of town, and I seen a big crowd gathered around there screaming, and all kinds of ruckus was going on. And curious as I was, I walked over there thinking, oh, here's another criminal, I'm going to get to watch something. And when I walked over there, I seen a man beaten to a pulp, been whipped, had a crown of thorns on his head, was stripped down and had a cross on his back, and he was carrying it up a hill. They got to the top of Golgotha and they laid him on the cross, and they took a nail, put it in each of his hands and one through his feet, just beat him in there. And then they raised him up and he just hung there for everybody to laugh at for everybody to mock. They killed him because he loved them. And I stood there and I watched him. I watched this man. I watched the blood just hang from this tree, just about to the point of death. I've never seen a man bleed that much, and I had a dreadful feeling, a cold feeling, run up my spine. And I knew that he was just about to die, and the ninth hour came and he did. The Roman guard came over there with a spear and stabbed him in the side. And blood and water just flushed from his body. And I stayed there, and as the crowd began to walk off, their job was done. I stood there and I looked at this lifeless body hanging there on the tree. And deep down in my heart, I knew that the best was yet to come.
Amen.